Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. I hope I am audible. It would be great if any one of you can confirm about this. Uh, Looks like there's some lighting issue, right? That's a good angle. Okay. Uh, am I audible correctly? Um, Let me just check it once. Hello. Hi. Can you all hear me? I think it's all good. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. So, hi everyone. Hello. How are you all doing? So it's been quite some time. We haven't discussed about what's this channel up and what I've been doing for past a couple months. There's a lot of updates I have, which I can tell you. I've been working with companies. I've been working on different projects, my personal projects. I've been working on some hackathons, and a lot of things are going on. I've been also working on a playlist, which I'm going to tell you about in this live stream, and tons of things like that. And also, I'm going to ask. I'm going to pick some of your questions if you have. You can post it in chats, and I'll pick those up. And I'm also going to tell that what is the announcement of the next YouTube series. And yeah, just all before all that, let's get all started and see if you have any questions. And after that, I'm going to get started. Let me post this message in a couple more groups. By the way, have you watched our new intro that I created? So that shows a lot of things which are going to come up on this channel very soon, and a lot of stuff is already being created, which I'm going to post soon enough, so that you can learn more and do a couple of more things. So yeah, I'm going to show you that intro video again, and let's see. In the center, it says blockchain development, Flutter, podcast, programming, React JS, a lot of development things like that. And it says educate app. So there are a lot of things which were shown on this intro video. So this channel is going to focus on a lot more technologies. So we have been like around 30 videos we have on Flutter and Firebase and how you can integrate it, and all those were in Hindi. So I'm going to continue with this channel, having a set of languages. For example, like there would be Hindi playlist, and there would be also English playlist, depending on the demand I want, and already the content availability, and a lot of things like that I'm going to consider and create playlist for that. So there would be more content on React.js. There would be more content on blockchain development and things like around that, and there would be more content like podcast, and a lot of people going to come up, and you will be able to see them um, talking about their entrepreneurship skills and achievements and things like that would be there on this channel very soon. I'll start contacting them and have them on board, my friends who are doing really great work, so that you can think out of the box, and you might also get interested into entrepreneurship and things around that. So yeah, फ्लटर में स्किल्स कैसे अपग्रेड करें? फर्स्ट आई वुड लाइक टू नो कि आपकी अभी स्किल्स कितनी है, लाइक हाउ डू यू मेजर योर स्किल्स? सो there is a list of things or concepts in Flutter, which you should know if you're considering yourself a decent developer. So अगर आपको वो आती हैं and you want to, so once you have that, then you can say आप एक Flutter के अच्छे developer हो, you have good knowledge and you have built something. After that, you learn new concepts and you work on them, you practice, you build more projects, and your skills get upgraded. So there are two things: one, you learn something new in Flutter; another is what you already have, uh, you build on top of that. Start किया है अभी 10-15 days. So if you have just started, I hope like there are some concepts that you should know, the basic concepts about Flutter. For example, how does basic state management work, how to build good UIs in Flutter, what is widget tree, containers, कि ये container होता है, ये image हो गया, है ना, और input field में ऐसा input लेना है, form page create कर दिया. So when you do these things, you get a basic confidence about the fundamentals of Flutter, है ना, and then also fundamentals of Dart. For example, you should be aware about what is null safety. आपको नए features के बारे में Flutter के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. अभी इस स्टेज पे जब आपको सिर्फ 10 से 15 दिन हुए फ्लटर स्टार्ट किए हुए, यू शुड फोकस ऑन watching a couple of playlists. For example, there is one playlist called widget of the week. So as of now you should expand your knowledge about the widgets that are available in Flutter, right? आपको पता होगा जैसे एनिमेशन के लिए कौन सा widget है, आपको नहीं पता, how do you know that? How will you know that? आप उसके लिए widget of the week वाली playlist follow कीजिए. You follow the boring show playlist. Like these are all the playlist by Flutter's official YouTube channel. आप उनको follow कीजिए. You will get to know how even Google developers code in Flutter. So you get to know the best practices. And once you have the basic understanding, then think of a app which you want to develop. In my case, when I started, मैंने सबसे पहला ऐप बनाया था एक to do list ऐप जो कि most people बनाते हैं. And आई थॉट ऑफ कि इसको बनाने के लिए मेरे को ये यूजर एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए, इसमें एक लिस्ट का ऑप्शन होना चाहिए, इसमें ये आइकन्स होना चाहिए, इसका ऐसा लेआउट होगा. आई सॉ कपल ऑफ यूआईज ऑन ड्रिबल एंड समथिंग लाइक दैट. तो आप उन सब को देखिए अलग अलग वेबसाइट्स पे. कम टू अ यूआई थिंग कि ऐसा मेरा यूजर एक्सपीरियंस होगा वंस आई फिनिश डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द ऐप. एंड देन थिंक इन रिवर्स दैट अच्छा ये डेवलप करने के लिए व्हाट स्किल्स डू आई नीड. आपको चाहिए होगा कि आपको ऐसा कंपोनेंट बनाना है, आपको इमेज शो करनी है. सो यू शुड नो, यू शुड गूगल अबाउट हाउ टू शो इमेज इन फ्लटर, देन यू रीड दैट आर्टिकल. आपको वो चीज़ आएगी एंड इवेंचुअली यू बिल्ड योर फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट इन फ्लटर. दैट इज द फर्स्ट माइलस्टोन you have achieved. In my case, when I built my first to-do list app, one of the interesting thing I did, I just learned about how to publish an app. So from starting from the cycle of कैसे ऐप को सोचते हैं, कैसे ऐप बनना चाहिए, उसको बनाया, उसको डिजाइन किया, उसको यूजर्स के साथ शेयर किया अपने दोस्तों के साथ एपीके के फॉर्मेट में, एंड देन उस ऐप को कैसे पब्लिश करते हैं गूगल प्ले स्टोर पे, वो भी मैंने किया. सो बाय डूइंग ऑल दैट आई वाज वन ऑफ दोज डेवलपर्स जिसको एंड टू एंड एक्सपीरियंस है कैसे आप एक फ्लटर ऐप बना सकते हो. So I think you should also follow the same path. And then I have also keep on updating my app, which was on the Play Store. Now this app which I'm talking about is called Voodoo. If you search on Google Play Store, you will find it. It has more than 1500 downloads. So काफी सारे लोग आज भी इसको यूज करते हैं. मैं नहीं यूज करता लेकिन मेरे यूजर्स आज भी हैं. And I've not been pushing updates, so the download count is now decreasing, but there's still some consistent users. So you think of it in this way and keep building, so you will have all the skills required, and then you go into depth of some concepts. For example, जो आपको basic flutter app बनाना आ गया, you have launched some app, then you learn about how to do state management in a better way. What are the other state management options? जैसे state management के क्या options होते हैं, provider होता है, block pattern होता है, you study on that, you build more apps, you work for someone to build their app, and you learn on the go. That's the probable way. कोई ऐसा specific course I cannot suggest. And when you want to integrate Flutter with Firebase, you can watch my playlist on that, and you will also get to know about other important things which most people do. So today, if someone is building a Flutter app, they might be using Firebase and things like that. How to view PDF from Firebase on Flutter app? Please make video. PMedia, this type of videos are very specific type of videos. You don't need a particular video to do it. आपको इसके लिए कोई you आपको इसके लिए कोई वीडियो नहीं चाहिए. यू डोंट नीड अ वीडियो फॉर लर्निंग एंड बिल्डिंग दिस थिंग, बट यू नीड टू हैव एन अप्रोच टू डू इट, because the problem statement would change over time. For example, today you want to view PDF from Firebase on Flutter app. Tomorrow you might want to view a video from Firebase on Flutter app. So rather than learning each one of those individually, you should learn the approach that if you want to do something in Flutter and with Firebase, how do you do it? If you can go to that part, then you are a good developer in my thinking. If you know a certain thing and you can do that very well, I'm not much interested in hiring you or working with you. I'll be interested that if you don't know something, how do you approach to it? So उस case में, rather than watching a video in this case, you should know, for example, how would you approach to this problem? You want to implement it, just break it into halves, and like break the big task into smaller ones, and then think about it how to do it. For example, if you want to view a PDF from Firebase, now I got three keywords from here: view PDF, Firebase, and Flutter. So first thing I'll check is how do I get a PDF from Firebase on Flutter. I search the same words. So I get to know that a PDF is usually stored in a storage, Firebase storage. So I can download it using their SDK. So I downloaded it onto the app Flutter using by I just Googled it. I watched a video of a general topic rather than searching about just the PDF. I got it. I got to know कि अब कोई भी file है Firebase पे, if there is any file on Firebase, I can easily download it to my Flutter app. Now the next part is viewing this PDF file. So there should be some PDF viewer in Flutter. How do I know that? I just search on Google how to view PDF in Flutter. You will see a lot of articles around that, and you just go through it. You will see something on as some of these questions are asked on Stack Overflow. You just go there, you pick that thing and implement it. So you break the task and do it collectively. So even if you didn't want it to view a PDF, you wanted to view a video, then you can also do it in the same way. So just go with the approach rather than pinpointing something and trying to find a course on something. All right. Any other questions? Anyone? We have a couple of things to discuss as well. I have created a list here about interesting announcements. So let me ask you this question: uh, how many of you view or consume YouTube content, which is like you are consuming this content right now? But I'm asking how many of you follow some playlist to learn about something. For example, do you follow any development playlist, web development, app development, Flutter with Firebase, or anything like that? Do you follow a playlist to learn something? It could be data structures, algorithm, anything. It could be you know a fashion designing playlist or anything. But do you do it in this format? Do comment. All right. Okay. The reason why I was asking about this question, that do you consume YouTube playlist for learning something, because I personally do. So I haven't bought any course on something. For example, जब से मैंने development and coding start किया है, मैंने कभी कोई Udemy course नहीं खरीदा. I haven't bought any Udacity course, and I haven't gone to any offline training institutes जो कि दिल्ली में बहुत popular है. I've not gone to these places, and I've paid to learn about development or building something like even Flutter and things like that. What I've did, I've gone to YouTube, I've gone to their documentations and learned from there, because I was able to learn in a more open way. If I don't like to learn from a teacher, I can just go to other teacher and learn from it. So this was very open and it was good. But the problem here, which I felt personally, is that this platform YouTube, which on which you are watching this video, is not a platform for study. It's a platform for entertainment. If you are watching if you are watching a educational video, you might see a lot of recommendations about entertainment videos, because those have a longer retention time. YouTube earns more money for them from them. So there are a lot of recommendations which will distract you when you are going to study from YouTube. So I created an app. It's called Educate, which resolves all this problem, and you can learn from these YouTube playlists with focus, without any ads or recommendation systems. You will get your progress tracking and a lot of things like that. So I'm going to share the link in this live stream after some time, and would love to have your reaction and reviews on that. It's live on Google Play Store, but you won't able to find it on search because the keyword name is Educate, and it's really hard to find because there are a lot of apps related to education. But I'll share the exact link in some time on this YouTube. Beginners से intermediate कैसे बने Flutter में? I have a good answer to this question. Give me a minute. I have something for you. Actually, I have this specific thing which you are asking right now. Let me share the screen. Okay. So I have this playlist which in which I have created the same title which you are asking. Um, how to go from beginner to intermediate on Flutter. So in this video I started in this playlist I've started with dart programming. How what are the core concepts of dart programming as a language? You should learn that because it's a new language for most of the people. And I talked about how you can build your first app in educate sorry first app in Flutter. So how to do state management in Flutter, how to do animations in Flutter, and a lot of things I've covered in this particular playlist. How to store data on device. So this app takes you from beginner to intermediate very easily. And this most of the videos in this playlist are in Hindi. So if you are comfortable with Hindi, I would suggest you this playlist very much. A lot of people studied from this. The first app you're going to build after setting up everything is going to be a weather app. And these videos are very long, like 20 minutes plus. But if you're going to follow from start to end, uh, you will feel like you have learned something at the end of these 20 minutes. So I would highly recommend this. I've also talked about in this playlist that how you can contribute open source on Flutter, how you can how you can do animations in Flutter. So these are these are the concepts that will make you beginner to intermediate developer in Flutter, because you should know about it. I've also talked about some highlights and how Flutter have grown over time. For example, there was an event about Flutter Engage. So what were the new things in those events? How you can follow up with these events? How you can use Firebase with Flutter? Core concepts of Firebase. So there is a complete full playlist about Firebase. How you can store data online? How you can add Google sign in or phone OTP sign in Flutter. And all of these videos take some time to build, so that's why these were in gap. But if as a beginner you start now, you have all the videos ready on the playlist and you can learn it as per your need. So yeah, I also did collaborations about state management in Flutter with Aditya, and a lot of things are there. So I would highly suggest you watch this playlist. I'm going to share the link with you here. All right. Let me stop the screen. So yeah, I've sent the link. So this is the long link which you can try and learn Flutter. All right. What's up? Let's maybe if you have any questions. Hi Sparsh, how are you? Thank you for joining in. So Sparsh might already know about the app which I was talking about, Educate, and I'm going to launch it. So let me add the link to the app in the description or in the chat so that everyone can get it easily. You want Google, copy the link. Where is the Chrome? So this is the link which I've added in the chat about Educate, but I'm also going to add it in the description so that if you are interested in, yeah, I think I can add link to Educate app. Uh, I can't add it right now, but I'll update it after this session. So as of now, you can see it here. So with this app, you can study with focus. There would be no distractions, and there would be progress tracking and a lot of things like that. So yeah, this was one of the announcement I wanted to make. I want to quickly, even I can show you this app. I have, since I built this app, so I had some added advantage that, and also kind of a thing which I can show you what I am learning right now. So this is how the app looks. Let me share the screen quickly. Window. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is the Educate app, but this is not how it's going to look like. It's not exactly how it's going to look like. So it's not a uh, it's not a website for most of the people. It's a mobile application, but I'm going to I'm working on a lot of things. So it's built on Flutter. So that's the beauty of it. And there are a lot of things which are going to add to it, and maybe launch a web or desktop version so that you can study on these platforms as well. But as of now, you can study um, on mobile using Educate. So how does it look that once you join the app and you sign in with just one tap, your Google sign in, that's it. You will see this search bar here, and here in the search bar you can write some keywords about what you want to learn. So for example, I want to learn about machine learning, let's say. Search this on YouTube, and you can see there are a lot of lists of playlists from YouTube. So these all are the results of different playlists that are available on YouTube. You can just tap on this playlist. You will see all the course content, that this is the title of the playlist. This much videos are already on this playlist about this is the description about the course. So it basically structured a YouTube playlist in form of a course so that you can study with focus. And what I meant by focus, I'm going to tell you right now. So if you click here, you will see that the video is right there. There are no recommendation systems around it, and there would be highly like hardly there you would see some ads on this app. So yeah, like I'm not adding any of my personal ads to earn my revenue. It's just that there might be some ads when you play this video, but because that's the money which creator gets. All right. So what you can do here, that if I want to learn from this playlist, I saw a couple of things in here. I just added to the courses. So this says this video has been added to the courses. If I go back here, you will see that this is now added to one of my courses. When you click here, you see all the details again, and you click here, and you can now enjoy watching the playlist on this the course on this app. So this app, segregates all your learning. So it's basically YouTube for education. You can segregate all the learnings at one place, and your entertainment on YouTube at a separate place. Maybe you can uninstall YouTube if you just want to focus on something. If you're preparing for any exam, you're wanted to learn or do some course, and here you can watch the full playlist, and then you can just mark it as complete, that you have done this thing. And when you see outside, you will see that you have done 5% progress already. You have completed one lecture out of 20, and this is the next lecture you have to watch. And this lecture you have already watched, and things like that. You can also open this on YouTube app if you want, but it clearly shows you a pop-up that you are going somewhere else, and you should not go there. So what things I'm working on next? So this is the basic app, and you can study with folks. You can see all the other playlists which I have already, and I'm learning from these playlists. Not this one, sorry. I'm learning about blockchain from this playlist. Amazing playlist by Web3 Foundation, Bill Laboon, and you can watch it as well. So that's how this app going to help you in study. There are a lot of things planned for this app in future, like setting up the notifications that will remind you on your selected dates that please, I want to study this course on this dates at this time, and it's going to remind you for that. It's also going to have features like analytics. You will be able to see how much time you are spending on each course if you are preparing for an exam. So this would be a very good feature to have. You will be able to track your progress and your time that you are being spent. So I would highly suggest you to download this. I have sent the link in the chat. Just copy from there and do it. I'm going to also update the description quickly, and you will be able to do it. And once you have some good tool, I know this is a really good tool which I've been working on for quite some time, because it was hard to collaborate and get all the data from YouTube. It's not nothing unethical going here. I'm using just YouTube APIs and structuring the course in the right way as it has to be, because there's a YouTube for kids version, but there is no YouTube for education. So it's fairly that app. So if you feel like that this app is helping you, I would highly suggest you to just go here. If you find out there's some bug, click here and report the issue. Else you can just share it with your friends. It will help the word spread, and this app would be used by more people, and they can study. So yeah, it's kind of a free donation you can do to the app. Okay, so that was it about Educate. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this app? If you have tried it already, or if you have downloaded, just do let me know in the chat, and also on the on the Google Play Store as a review. And I know Spursh, you already have it. Thanks for downloading it. So yeah, just do give me reviews about this app on this chat. And also, once you try the app and you feel like it's helping some way, share it with your friends, and also update on Google Play Store. All right, one more thing we did already. Yeah, Telegram पर भी दे सकते हो. Yeah, no problem with it. If by the way, whoever this vampire guy, but if you haven't joined a Discord, then we also have a dead Discord. So it is dead because just like the community is not much engaging. But if you would like to join, you can join. You will find the link on the pinned uh, pinned message on Telegram. So yeah, you can also do that here, and I can share the app link on Telegram. I think it's already there, but yeah. So this was about it. So that's the thing. A lot of people thought that I'm scraping the data from YouTube to do it and doing these stuff, but actually that would be unethical for doing something good. So I'm trying to do something good here. How could I do some unethical things with the creators and thing like that? So this is not scraping something from YouTube. It's technically using YouTube's V3, YouTube data V3 API to get all the data so accurately. So it's the work done by Google to get the data accurately. Secondly, if a creator does not want to uh, have their content on this app, then they can clearly disable embedding thing from YouTube on their YouTube Creator Studio, and you sorry, but you won't be able to watch that playlist of that creator on the app. But it's not harming any creator anyway. So if a YouTube creator have any particular video with some ads, so this in this embedded mode also YouTube can show ads. But I'm not showing any of my personal ads to gain some revenue. It's kind of a public good thing which have been done there. All right, WhatsApp will soon give you a new announcement as well. I've been working on something more, a couple of things more. I've been participating in a lot of hackathons. Like one of the I'm right now in Bangalore. I live in my hometown. So from my hometown, I went to Delhi to take a flight to Bangalore, and then participated in a 24-hour hackathon. Um, Luckily, I won some prizes in the hackathon, and now I'll soon, like tomorrow, I'll go back to my hometown. So, and this whole trip got sponsored because of the work I've been doing, and thanks to Devfolio for doing that. यार ऐसी कोई स्कीम नहीं होती है जीरो से हीरो बनने की. You should aim for, you should create and do the things in the best way that people want. So it's basically आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा apps बनाइए that solves some problem. So in my case, for example, the app I showed, Educate, is solving some problems. So you should focus on doing building some apps, getting more experience, and then it's not just about like if you want to work somewhere else, not just building your personal apps only, then you should also know about good practices in code. For example, if you are doing state management, you are using set state in Flutter all the time. It's not a good thing. You should learn about provider, you should learn about block pattern, you should learn more things. And how do you do that? You follow these playlists to get. So a lot of people think that there is some roadmap to everything. I don't believe in that. I believe there is a loop which you have to get into, and you will be over the time, how much time you spend in that loop, you will be when you go come out of it, or maybe while you stay in that, uh, you will get better. So to get into the loop, you have to follow and subscribe to those YouTube channels. Like when I wanted to learn Flutter, there were not a lot of playlists which were there. Not a lot of content was there because it was just 1.5 years when Flutter have been launched, so it didn't pick that hype which it recently got. So at that time, what I did, uh, when I didn't even knew a lot of things about Flutter, but I wanted to learn, I followed and subscribed to a lot of channels which were creating content on Flutter. For example, I followed all the playlists and all the videos from the Flutter's official YouTube channel, and I thought in this way that Google launched a new technology called Flutter, and Google wants people to learn about Flutter. Then why should I care where to learn? I should learn from Google directly. So that was my mindset. It is definitely a lot of hard work which you have to do if you think in this way. But I didn't had much options at the time. Now people have created a lot of content which you can also consume. So I followed Widget of the Week. I followed The Boring Show, which was 50-minute uncut videos about how Google developers code. I also followed a lot of playlist about YouTube. I followed people on Twitter who talks about Flutter and things like that. When you follow these people on Twitter as well, you get to know that these people are talking about Flutter, so you always get into that loop of learning Flutter. So ऐसा कोई ऐसा नहीं है 21 दिन में Flutter का गुरु. I don't believe in that. Just build apps, do some good work, learn more things, and keep building. Like the T-shirt I'm wearing from Devfolio, it says "Never stop building." So just keep building. I want to ask something about the internships. I want to go outside India. Just a preference for internships in second year. What are your views on this? I know it would be tough as a second year student. Um, Actually, honestly, I'm not very sure. A lot of my friends and like classmates have gone abroad for doing some internships. So there are couple ways. For example, like one of the simple and I would say like the clearest opportunity for going abroad to do some internship is a research intern. So there are lots of program, but one of the most famous and in our college, people have gone to Canada for doing the MyTech's research internship, which usually have a lot of computer networking and machine learning related things. So you can go there. So you'll get a travel sponsorship, stay, flight ticket, everything. But you should have interest in research then. So yeah, you can do that. Search about MyTech's, MITACS, this, and you will find. And also there are a lot of people in our college who have also done this internship and are right now doing it. Uh, so yeah, that would be one of the thing. Other way to do some internship abroad would be in second year, right? Yeah, so there are some colleges like uh, so companies usually don't help you in um, getting you abroad for a second year as a second year student, getting you abroad to do an internship. The reason is that since you are in second year, you have 2 years left for your graduation if they invest in you right at the moment. So there's a high probability that by the time you will get graduated, you won't be working in the same company. So that could be one of the thing. But yeah, there is Mercari Japan company, um, which gives sponsorship for Japan. You can try that as well, which is in third year, I guess. Third year and fourth year. Yeah, you should always be ready to give all the efforts. Hi, Naman. How are you? So, yeah, that was it about internships. Can you discuss in short about MVVM architecture in Flutter? Uh, So, uh, I think there's a package. Honestly, I haven't used MVVM architecture in Flutter. Uh, I haven't used it, so I'm not the right person to give good comments about it. But I know the basic concepts about MVVM, like model, view model. Uh, so I would suggest you to watch some other videos. Just search about it on YouTube, and you'll find some good content there. I haven't tried it yet, but it's the concept where you have a model, a view, and a view controller, which make sure everything is aligned and just keep in sync. So I would suggest you watch some videos on YouTube about that. Can't help here. How's your experience at Unfold? Amazing, Nihal, and congratulations on SIH. So Unfold experience was good. Um, I went here. Already had a flight to Bangalore for 29th, but since I got the travel sponsorship and a good sign green flag from them, so I canceled that flight and booked another flight for 26th uh, to get a day before here, a day before the hackathon in Bangalore, and I really enjoyed it. It was a really good experience. Like their folio team is amazing at managing everything. So they booked a Grand Sheraton hotel in Bangalore in Whitefield. The hotel was amazing, amazing experience. I thought to create a vlog, but I didn't got some much time because I was again building solo on this hackathon. So it was 24-hour hackathon. I was just keep building this time. They gave us hotel in that. So they gave us room in that hotel. So yeah, it was if I wanted to just take rest, there was a lot of space for that. But since the time was very less, it was just 24 hours. I was keep building overnight. Um, did it. So yeah, it was amazing experience. But yeah, rememberable, of course. Met a lot of new people, a lot of people from the last hackathon, the Warp Speed hackathon they did, and made new friends and things like that. Amazing experience. Like there are some programs like Google Step intern for second year students only, for girls, right? Yeah, although they are only prefer girls, but I think they take males to an international offices. Yes, yes they do, but not in India. But the only problem I think that these offices maybe don't always accept Indian students. I didn't knew. So the uh, I I haven't done a internship abroad, so I cannot say anything. Like I'm just saying what I've heard. So and also I haven't done much research about it. So it feels like Google Step. This is I know for sure that in India Google Step intern is for females only, but there was one internship. Yeah, yeah. So not internship. It was a fellowship, I guess, or a scholarship maybe. Google Venkatesh something scholarship. So that once you get the scholarship, like there are some cut criterias and interviews, I guess. But when you get it, you get some good money, and you also get to go California for to YouTube's office and met a lot of people there. So yeah, that is also one kind of experience you don't want to miss. And a senior from our college have done this, Abhishek Sansalwal. So yeah, you can try as well. Any state management method you like? I have used Flutter and block pattern as well, but I am like most of my needs are done with provider itself. I use multi-provider and it's done. But yeah, sometimes block pattern is also really good because provider not talks to. There's some problems with provider, but most of the things provider is good for me. And I have a YouTube video for state management beginners, which you can watch. So I collaborated with Aditya Thakur on this. It's a video on his YouTube channel. You can search state management in Hindi or state management by Tushar Oja or something like that. You'll find it. Uh, the thing about provider is that you, your components and your data is easily accessible across the widget tree. So if it is defined on the top level, then you can access it in any widget. Flutter is fast enough to compile that. So that's why I like provider rather than using the basic state management approach and drilling the data downsides in the widget tree. Other option is block pattern where you have streams and everything is separated from the UI and the business logic is absolutely separated. And from there, you have some streams to connect to the data and the store, and you do it. There's also a Redux thing, which we have a Redux store, and there is actions which we dispatch, and there are some actions and a lot of things like that with Redux. I've done this with React. Haven't tried on Flutter, but yeah, that's also one option. Uh, yeah, other things was I understood the point that companies don't hire second year interns. Companies, you don't take it in this way. Companies do hire second year interns. It's not like this. But for international opportunities, I'm not aware of much. So you might follow people like Arsh Goel and others who keep an eye always on the opportunities. So in my case, most of the time I don't look for any opportunity. So I just do what I love. I just work on the projects, work on the things which I want to do open source contribution. I do it, and all the opportunities which I have got so far are the ones in which the people who want to hire me find me out from my YouTube channel, from my open source contributions. They checked out my LinkedIn profile, GitHub profile, website, portfolio website, and a lot of things like that. So these people have found me rather than I am trying to find them. So this thing worked for me. So I would say just think about in this way, that which companies do hire in second year, if you want to go it in like in this way, that you're going to find them. So usually the companies which are like very small startups, they can hire you if you have skills. They don't care about which year you are in. Maybe I did my first internship in my first year of college, and I got paid 13,000 stipend in that internship. It was a 3-month internship, and it was a startup. Since I had the experience about the work which I have to do there, I was okay with it. I was not the best person with data structure algorithm at the time, not now as well, but still I had the experience and knowledge about what work needs to be done. So I was working with fourth year students in that internship, and I also getting paid in that internship, and I was even negotiated about my stipend for that internship. So if you have the skills, you will get hired. But the thing is that depending upon your qualities, in which year you have, how much data structures, how much competitive programming you have done, how much development you have done, and considering all these things, and company is going to hire you. So depending on, if you are going for Google, then they might need a good data structure and algorithm. But if you're going for a startup, which is young age startup, like it started a year back, so they don't care much about data structure and algorithm. They care more about the work you are doing, or the experience you have. So yeah, the practical experience. Any cool stuff you find out recently in Flutter? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been checking out the Flutter 3.3 recently. I've read a official blog on that. So I read the official Flutter blog, in which they talked about a new engine, render engine they are working on. It's in beta. You can try it as well, but it will be that they are planning to launch it to the mainstream very soon, once they have good and once it is really well. So they're going to use it. There's a good engine. Also saw a lot of these days um, videos and tutorials are coming about for game development with Flutter. So that that is kind of a very interesting thing to me, because Flutter being a cross-platform technology, which most people believe that these technologies are not fast enough. You cannot compare these technologies with the native ones. So, but people are doing it. It's amazing, because game development is very work intensive, and a lot of renderings, a lot of API calls, and a lot of things, socket connections are going on at the same time, and you are able to do. I did game development with Flutter. I did a freelance gig, but the thing there was that it was a 2D game, but now people are trying to go beyond and building some 3D stuff with Flutter, which Flutter officially on their website says that, like it used to say that it is a 2D app development framework. It was never meant for 3D, but now people are doing it, and it also working well. Now that's why the official team removed it, and they are also working on it now. So yeah, that is also a great thing with Flutter. I'm getting amazed by that. Also, one thing I saw a couple months back is that the official the official installer for Ubuntu for Windows is going to be in Flutter. I think they already did it, but I'm not sure about the timeline. But yeah, so this is amazing that operating system getting installed in Flutter, like through from an installer which is built in Flutter. It's amazing. All right. Thanks a lot for answering. Okay. Okay, Sparsh. Have a nice day. Bye. Okay. So that was it about educate. A lot of questions. Ujwal, Sparsh, Nihal, Naman, Vampire. So I wanted to talk about one more thing which I am doing. So I'm going to create a separate video about this announcement as well. But since we are already on the live stream, I wanted to talk about it. So I've been working on a new project. Um, a new project means like a new playlist on YouTube, which is called Blockchain Basics. So in this playlist, which is in English, you will be able to get into the blockchain development thing. So if you are a beginner, or if you are someone who have heard a lot about blockchain, that there's a blockchain, there's some tokens, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, decentralized finance, decentralized applications, dApps, and a lot of things you have heard about these jargons. So in this blockchain basics series, I'm going to, and you might have heard about mining and a lot of things. So in this playlist called Blockchain Basics, I have covered about each one of these things in depth, and taking you to the point where you feel like what is this blockchain stuff, why people are valuing these so much, why people believe it is Web3. So from that point to a point where you understand about blockchain. So if someone is discussing something related to blockchain, we will be able to be a part of that discussion. So it this playlist does not involve any specific programming language or coding, and we will not be live coding in this playlist, but we will be covering the core concepts. So more of the theoretical, but I have tried to make it uh, more in a fun way that you can watch it, and a short videos. So in these short videos, like not YouTube shorts, my short videos for people who's doing like a 50-minute live stream right now, short videos would be around 5 minutes. So in those videos, you will be able to know about a specific concept. For example, what is cryptocurrency, what is mining, what is nouns, what is NFT, and a lot of things around that. What is Ethereum? What is blockchain? What is Bitcoin? How Bitcoin was created? What was its history? How does it work? So all these things about blockchain would be covered in my upcoming playlist, which is called Blockchain Basics, and I'm going to launch the first video of this series probably tomorrow. So the plan here is that first one video will 2 videos a week. One video would come on Sunday and the other video would come on Wednesday. So on Sunday and Wednesday, like these odd days I just picked randomly. So these days you will see one video on this playlist, and I've recorded a couple videos already so that I make sure of this timeline, and I'll try to keep this timeline and finish the playlist as soon as possible. There are a lot of improvements I've done on video quality and mic and production, content, and a lot of things are there. So you will be uh, able to learn blockchain and get the basic idea about blockchain development from that playlist. So that was the second announcement. I'm going to make a video about it probably tomorrow morning. I'm going to release, or maybe I can just release the video about blockchain basics directly. It would be covered anyway. So yeah, that's the idea. One video on Sunday and one video on Wednesday about blockchain basics. So if you want to get into blockchain journey as well, you can do. A lot of people in this channel have been working on Flutter, which is good. So the opportunities I've got in Flutter are really amazing, like literally amazing. I've done a lot of things in Flutter. Any possible way you think Flutter could be used, I've tried it, and made some money as well. But I was able to do it because I was early in the technology. I had more time to learn about these things. I had more experience by the time there was enough demand for it. Similarly, if you get into blockchain, it is still early for you since blockchains are evolving. There is a lot of need for developers doing these things. So it's good time to start about blockchain development, and that's why I'm launching this series called Blockchain Basics, which gives you some introductions about these things. So I would highly suggest you watch this Sunday and Wednesday. These are the days on which I'm going to launch one video. So yeah, I guess that was it from my side. Like I made all the 2 3 announcements I had. I went to a hackathon, and I'll probably like create a video if I had some time about it. So yeah, what are your thoughts on all this? If you have any suggestions, do comment. If you have any questions, you can ask, and we're going to end this session in a couple minutes. So yeah. Let me try to edit description. So if you have any questions, just ask. I've just talked about like summarizing this series. I've answered a lot of questions. I have talked about the Educate app. The link you will find on my Discord and my Telegram, and also going to update on this YouTube description, which you can check after some time. So this app helps you study with focus from YouTube playlist. The second other thing I talked about a new YouTube series which I'm creating about blockchain basics. So that series is not full of coding, writing stuff, but it's more full of what these things are, and helping you pass through the moments where a lot of people around you are talking about blockchain and you don't know about it. So now you can know. And after this series of blockchain basics, if the audience is interested, I'm planning to make a series about coding and actually building stuff on blockchain. So yeah, a lot of things are aligned. So if you have any questions, more such questions, please do ask, and we'll end this session. So yeah, let me just update the description and details. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It supports me and motivates me to create more content. We are close to 600 subscribers now. Right, where can I find the content? Live, edit, and adding the link to educate. Uh, So done. Link to the app have been added in the description. Just go there, download it, and have a nice day. Tell me your feedback on the Google Play Store, chats, Telegram, everywhere. Bye. See you in the Blockchain Basics series. I'm going to soon launch the video of that as well. Bye. Have a nice day. But let's see the intro again and end on this good note. And I'm also planning to create a new podcast series about entrepreneurship, Web3, technologies, and a lot of things, like using all my connections, going to bring all my connections to come on this channel, share their thoughts, share their experience, so that you can also learn and see what are the possibilities other than just doing a job. So, yeah, that would be like kind of attracted towards entrepreneurship, but we'll also be focusing on technologies and things like that. All right, bye. See you then.